I gotta do a show. You coming with me? Baby girl, you a pop time. I don't care if everybody see you. Couple weeks I had to leave, now I'm coming back off road. Tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and tell me you love me, and don't let me go.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight it's on to week 4 as we've got a good Thursday night matchup in store. As it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Will Riker to kick off.
Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook. And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3 or 4 yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
Stroud looking to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 20, 5, and touchdown Seattle. James Cook, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. You talk about this Seahawk defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
Back to throw here, Herbert. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there, you don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And Stroud now to throw. That's caught at the 25. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 61 yards. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 14-0. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kevontae Turpin, 76 yards. And the Cardinals have cut it back within a score.
They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
He'll dump this off to Cook. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Not quite enough for the first, almost. Give him 9 instead, so that leaves him with an enviable 2nd and inches. Here's Cook again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Under.
And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Look hot.
Now Stroud. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call. They're opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know
is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
To Taylor on first down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 17-7 is our score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Stroud. That one into the hands of Flowers. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
Stroud off the play fake. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 45 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Stroud to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. And he's taken down inside the 30. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Cook will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
Well, he's been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you...
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they take over, they'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there. That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And a short one there, caught by Likely. That's a nice move. And he's going to be out, down inside the 20 at the 15. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Setting up the screen for Cook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
Up the middle. It's Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
In motion, the tight end.
Under.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now 3rd down and 7.
All right. Hey, King. That's it.
Throwing now is Stroud. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kevontae Turpin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cards get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. An anxious moment or 2 there, but they do get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Gain of 19 yards. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Stroud sets up the play action. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10. Stroud. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Flowers going to go in motion right.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. This is Jennings.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot. This is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Let's go. 59. Set.
Herbert. Well, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Brought down on the play by Kobe Turner.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
This is 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun. Stroud. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Play action. Here's Stroud. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 19 seconds.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Here's Hardman to return. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
You ready to speed? You ready to speed?
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Down the right sideline. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will shrink to 6. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. He juked him. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Stroud. A short one there, caught by Likely. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Here's a 2nd and 5. Stroud completes this out wide. A 5-yard pass on 1st down and another 5-yard connection there.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Their own 18-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Herbert now. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Brand Delpit. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Now Herbert following the turnover. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Here's Herbert. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. 13 yards down to the 13.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6. Back to throw here, Herbert. Being chased out left. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Taylor is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
Here's Taylor again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. Now it's Herbert. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Justin Herbert with touchdown number 3 here in this game, and 17 now on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the 2nd half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here. 97 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run it again with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
All right. 18. Buggy.
Now Stroud. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19 tackles. All right.
Here's Stroud. And he's got Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So minutes after giving up the lead in the 4th quarter, they say not so fast. Big play, and they grab that lead right back.
Talk about a seesaw game. Up, down, up, down. Did you have a seesaw? Did you play that when you were a kid?
Oh, yeah. Out on the playground, absolutely.
You had to make sure that you matched weight, though, on the other side, though, right? Otherwise, you could be up in the air a long time.
By the way, we're not done in this one. I think we're set up for an exciting finish.
Hey, south.
Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Touchdown, Cardinals. Jonathan Taylor, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Cardinals have taken a 4th quarter lead. Well, we won't say the comeback is complete just yet, but boy, they have come roaring back to take this 4th quarter lead.
And I like the way that you put that, because it's not complete just yet, but just think about the other side, where they are right now, because they've got to be saying, how did we let this one get away? We were in complete control, well on our way to victory, and now all of a sudden, we're losing. How did that happen?
And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Herbert to the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do. But I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's going to, something's going to pop out of the chart and say, hey, man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the 4th quarter. Now they still trail by 1.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery a moment ago, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead. And he wisely will throw that one away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Oh, right.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Yards to go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
19 Texas.
Stroud looking to throw. Completes it to Jennings. And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down. Needed the 40, but he's a yard or 2 shy. That'll give him 8 that time. And that'll bring up 4th down. Fourth down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. A solid stiff arm. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 165 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight 1-point game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jonathan Taylor with career touchdown number 60. And the Cardinals are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Important extra point up and through. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On the cleat.
Stroud to throw it. That's complete. It's Cook. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Stroud. Pass complete. It's likely. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Stroud. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there on second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
To throw it, Stroud. Flushed out right. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans, and it's intercepted.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. That's right. 5. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Here's 1st and 10. Stroud looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Yeah, he will get out of bounds. That stops the clock, but 2-yard gains definitely not what you're looking for at this juncture.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Forced out to his left. Able to locate his running back open downfield. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Well, defensively there, you want to play it a little safe and keep the action in front of you, but you definitely aren't looking to give up plays like that. They still got the cushion of a 2-score lead, but don't give them a freebie here in the final minute.
Here's Stroud. Right back to Cook for another completion.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this one is right through. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, huh?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Cards, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
what's a black grand national? Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made him mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pad, watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a gone. Teach you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and make you feel protected like I can, baby. Teach you something if you need correction. That's the plan, baby. Don't put your life in these weird hands, baby. Whoa! It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made him mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G pad, watch do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? Hey, turn this TV off. Ain't with my type activities, then don't you get involved. Hey, what? How many shit I seen? Send them all. Take a risk or take a trip.